going on? No ring introductions. I don't blame the ring announcer, Pretty Boy Floyd Creechman, for beating it out of the ring because Abdullah the Butcher was not even allowed to enter the ring and be introduced by your man. At this time, the champion Hercules Ayala attacking the wildest man in professional wrestling, 450-pound Abdullah the Butcher, with that championship belt. That, in my opinion, shows very little respect for the championship.
That shows me that he's a scientific wrestler. He's going after his opponent, Abdullah the Butcher. He's hitting him with everything and anything that he has to do to win the match. And that's why Ayala is a good, strong Puerto Rican wrestler. That's why he's under the guidance of my father.
Well, there's no question as we see Ayala continue to hammer away at the top of the head of Abdullah the Butcher with that championship belt, and now ramming the top of Abdullah's head into that steel corner post and continuing to go after him with the championship belt. Now, this was the first title confrontation between these two individuals, and Ayala obviously at this time was still the champion. However, Pretty Boy Floyd, subsequently, as the fans basically throughout the entire international wrestling area are aware, now Hercules Ayala is no longer international heavyweight champion. The belt was taken from him by the wildest man in all of professional wrestling, that being, of course, Abdullah the Butcher.
Yes, my father made a mistake in the contract and the signing of the contracts. There was a little clause, and it stipulated that if there's any kind of disqualification in the first confrontation, Abdullah the Butcher will have a second chance. And he met him the second time, and he took the belt away from Hercules Ayala. But now he's putting it on the line against Bruiser Brody, and that's going to be a different ball game, a different story when he meets Bruiser Brody March the 8th in the Paul Sauvé Arena.
Yes, it will be a different story because it will be Abdullah defending that championship belt rather than challenging it for it. Meantime, let's take a look at this match because these are two rough and tumble individuals. Be it as it may, but this man...
See my father holding the leg of Abdullah the Butcher.
Is that scientific also?
He despises him. Abdullah the Butcher is like gangrene. It gets in your skin and it doesn't get out. That's why he's doing that to Abdullah the Butcher. He despises the man.
Well, there's no question in anyone's mind that Hercules Ayala is indeed one big, strong, tough individual. However, he did lose the championship to Abdullah the Butcher. I got to give Ayala credit. He's in that ring and he's going toe-to-toe with the big man.
I'm surprised you giving somebody credit, somebody that me and Ayala, my father, were family. You're giving us credit?
Well, I've never disparaged the abilities of Hercules Ayala, nor have I of people like Mr. Perpetual Motion, Richard the Magnificent Charlon, his partner, Kendo Nagasaki. They're fine professional wrestlers. I just find it unfortunate that they fall under the tutelage of people like you and your father when I see action.
You see that, Milt? Somebody just shot a glass of beer at my father. The security is strong. They're putting him out of the arena.
Yeah, it's a waste of good beer. Your father laid that cane in while the referee's back was turned.
I didn't see nothing. That was a malfunction with the TV.
Isn't it funny that you're the only one that considers it a technical malfunction? Ayala, obviously, you don't feed the man enough, Pretty Boy Floyd, because he was just taking another bite out of that big forehead of Abdullah the Butcher. Abdullah going to his boot. He's taken something out, Floyd, and you know that he's always carried a foreign object inside that boot.
That's right. Abdullah the Butcher is a vicious man. He doesn't abide by the rules. He's a rule breaker.
He's a rule breaker. You need to be when you go against the Creechmans and their people. Your father laid that cane in across the top of his head.
That was a malfunction with the TV. How many times do I have to repeat it?
He was attacked before the match even got underway by the then champion Hercules Ayala, who used everything in his arsenal, including the championship belt, across the top of the head of Abdullah the Butcher. Abdullah just giving tit for tat.
Abdullah the Butcher now using his head, that big grease monkey. I despise him. He's going to pay when he goes against Bruiser Brody. That's a contract that's signed, and he's going to drop the belt. It's Brody that's going to represent all of Ontario, all of Canada as the champion. Mark my words, Milt.
Abdullah following out and ramming the head.
He should be disqualified.
Well, it doesn't matter because he wants that championship belt, and now giving back to Ayala exactly what he absorbed from this guy. You know, it might just be good. Bruiser, look at that.
A chair is supposed to be used to sit on, not to hit the opponent over the head.
You know full well that Abdullah the Butcher will stop at nothing when he's involved in a wrestling match. You know it, your father knows it, and Hercules Ayala knows it, and he is just fighting back with exactly the same kind of arsenal of weapons that were used on him by Hercules Ayala. You know what I think, Floyd Creechman? I think it's pretty good that Bruiser Brody is going to be challenging Abdullah the Butcher for the International Heavyweight Championship, because he'll just get softened up for sadistic Steve Strong. What did your father just hand up? Your father what was that?
Pollution in the arena.
Yeah, pollution. That was thrown into the eyes of the referee. Attempted to throw it into the eyes of Abdullah the Butcher. Did. Hercules Ayala, hey, that's terrific. That's terrific. The Creechman cane being used as a battering ram by the wildest man in all of wrestling, Abdullah the Butcher.
He should be suspended, Abdullah the Butcher.
The bell has rung. Both men, frankly, in my opinion, should have been disqualified. Obviously, there's been a disqualification.
Daddy!
I think that this is a fitting way for this match to end. Your father, Floyd Creechman, used that cane on the head of Abdullah the Butcher, and you get what you give.
Abdullah should be suspended.
Your father is receiving poetic justice.
I'll have my lawyer, Steinberg.
Butcher ruled the winner of this match by disqualification.